right, welcome. I am going to be teaching you about how to crochet elastic to your piece, so that way you can incorporate elastic and make sure your piece stays nice and tight forever. Today I'm doing it on one of my garters, so you might be able to tell that it looks about the same size right now, but my crochet is going to stretch over time, and eventually it's going to be like sagging like at this width after it goes around your leg for a while, and it won't like retract back like that. It doesn't stay stretchy like that forever, right? So this, if you incorporate elastic into your piece, say if you have a waistband or something, it might feel good when you first put it on, but after a while it's going to stay loose and kind of saggy, especially if you use cotton. If you're using an acrylic yarn, that's a little bit different, but with cotton, that's how it works. So I'm putting a natural rubber elastic inside of my crochet garters so that it will always pull back tight and not end up sagging and not holding onto your leg. So you can get some natural rubber elastic a lot of different places. I use biofabriq. I'll try to tag them, but it kind of looks like this when I get it. It is natural rubber again, with organic cotton, so it's definitely very eco-friendly. Yeah, and it's all like organic. And what you're going to do is you're going to measure out the length that you need for, like, say your thigh measurement or your waist measurement, whatever you're going to be wrapping this around. You're going to measure that and then subtract, depending on how stretchy your elastic is, anywhere from 1 to 3 or 4 inches. I do less, like maybe 1 inch for like smaller pieces, like you're going to be around your wrist. And then if it's something like your leg or your hips, then I might go like 4 inches tighter sometimes, depending on, because I use a soft baby elastic, so it's like really easily stretchable. So it kind of depends on how stretchy your elastic is as well. And then once you cut off what you need, I like to lay it flat side together like this basically, and then I sew, and then I open it up from where I sewed and I fold it over like this, and I sew back and forth through. So you can kind of see how I did that here, maybe. And it holds it in place. You can probably do a better job than me. I'm not a master at sewing, but it holds it. So anyway, so I'm going to show you guys how to sew or crochet it now to your piece. So I have my rows already done from previous rows. I'm going to be doing it onto the bottom of the garter. You could do it to the top or the middle. I just choose to do the bottom of the garter because that's what's been working for me. So just ignore my kind of mess of changing rows here. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start our row, our next row. I could have turned there, I didn't turn, but it's fine. All right, so you're just gonna crochet a DC. I like doing DC stitches around it, and you're going to insert your hook under it like normal, and I just lay the elastic in there before I pull up the loop through your hole, your next stitch. And it's okay if it flips over here for some reason. I've been vibing with that because, as you can see, when I keep going, it'll stay kind of flipped over like that. And then when you get around, it kind of flips it all over once. And then when you get, did I pull through twice there? That was weird. I'm used to using acrylics. This is like a upcycled acrylic that I'm using right now, so it's kind of not what I'm used to using. But yeah, you can kind of see it's flipped over a little bit, as long as it doesn't twist. So I like to kind of just leave it how it wants to go, and it usually works out well for me. And I just keep crocheting over it like it is kind of part of my previous row. And honestly, if I ignore it mostly, I like don't really have an issue. It lays flat naturally on its own. I don't remember what width I got on this, but I want to say it's like 5 or 10 millimeters, maybe 8 millimeters. I'm not very good with millimeters. I think it may be just 5. It's pretty narrow. You don't want to do anything too big. But I heard that and a great idea is if you have like a waistband or a wider piece, you could do multiple rows of elastics. You could make like 2 or 3 of these for your waistband, or 4, and then that way it kind of has like multiple rows of stretch. That makes sense. But that's how you do it. Do it all the way around. When you get back to the beginning, just connect like normal and tie off, and the whole piece should be underneath. You might have some like depending on how like short it is compared to your crochet, it might be like causing your crochet to bunch a little bit, but that's okay. Obviously once your crochet like stretches out, it won't do that anymore, and it doesn't do it when you're wearing it anyway. And even if it does, like if you have like a wide waist and narrow hips, I guess like I should mention, if you have a wide waist, make sure that you crochet like your DC stitches like wide enough to slide over your hips. Sorry, if you have wide hips. And then make sure your elastic is short enough to go around your waist. So what will happen is when you slide over your hips, hopefully your elastic can stretch over your hips. It should be able to. I don't think you need to worry about that. But once it's around your waist, it will cause your crochet to bunch up like this. But it still looks cute, right? Just make sure that it's like even all the way around. It's not like bunched up only on one side. But let me know if you have any questions about that. I'm glad I was able to update this video because I did have another one out and I didn't really like how I did the connecting the elastic. So anyway, thank you for watching the river here, Small Cotton Creations. Go give a like, follow, share my stuff. I appreciate you guys.